What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Oh, welcome this is your first time here. You know, we knew this was going on, us here on this channel. I knew this was going on for the last 6 months or more. And I've talked about this here before. Everyone who pays any attention knew this was happening. However, you know, the general public would still argue that it wasn't so, that it wasn't happening, that the federal government is by the people, for the people. We have a democracy. It's not really a democracy, it's actually a constitutional republic, but that's another topic for another video, which I plan on covering here in probably a couple of more days. But we knew this was happening. We knew this money laundering was going on. We knew it was coming, going out of the country and coming right back in. We've heard about all the weapons that are going over and how those are being sold on the black market. And I'm sure that resource has been brought in, that currency has been brought in, is being laundered right back to certain people in Washington, D.C. You know, there's a reason that these crooks want to get in office, because they know if they can get in office that they can do things like this right here. They can take bribes under the table to vote certain ways. They can do certain things, and that's why when they go in, you know, they might be worth $3-4 million when they come out, you know, or in a few years of being in there, their net wealth will be 25, 30, 40 million dollars, despite the fact they don't make nearly that much from their job, which isn't really a job. It's more like a appointment or a assignment to rake in the cash for themselves. And it's more like an organized crime family than it is government. It's definitely not for the people, and it's definitely not by the people. They get in there, they rob the system, they rob the taxpayers, and they get this money coming back to themselves in one way or another, and they go out and they buy gold, silver, property, corporations, jets, yachts, whatever it holds actual value, they go out and buy and they live it up, and that's tacked onto the national debt. And the people, the common man like you and I, the common man and woman, they get poor, more and more poor as this goes on, and the standard of living goes down as this goes on. But we knew this is going on here, guys. I'm not going to read this article, because if you read this article here on YouTube, I'm sure that within about 5 minutes, YouTube will have me behind the woodshed just giving me a good slap down for posting something like this and reading these details. Because this talks about how this was done, what happened, and some of the people who was in on this. And it's an interesting article. You all should go over there and read this article here on the Gateway Pundit, because it's extremely important. We knew it all along. And share this article with as many people as you possibly can, then you get the word out. And it's not just the Democrats, in my opinion. It's also the Republicans. There is a reason that when Joe Biden came up with the first Ukraine aid package, and he sent it to, it went to the Senate, and it was, I think, $380-something million, and the Republicans in the Senate said that isn't enough. We have to raise this up to even $400 million. So they're all in together, guys. Now, guys, none of the Republicans is trying to get this in check. They're acting like it now because they've already laundered their share, and now they're trying to break away from this and act like they're all innocent. I think the only one that had been actually trying to get oversight and to make sure where this was going to, these resources are going to, has been Rand Paul. You know, it's always been confusing to me a little bit how Rand Paul can win by a landslide in Kentucky. And most of the government, as far as I know, in Kentucky are Republican or to the right. And the state leans heavily to the right. So how did the state manage to elect a Democrat for governor? Something to think about. Something to think about. I don't see a majority of the state voting overwhelmingly across the board conservative or Republican, and then vote for a Democrat for governor. Doesn't make any sense. Something very fishy going on there, but that's another topic for another video. But Gateway Pundit exclusive, tens of billions of US dollars were transferred to Ukraine, and then using FTX cryptocurrency, the funds were laundered back to Democrats in the U.S. And I would say they're also laundered back to some of the Republicans also. And I would say not all the Democrats, but a lot of the Democrats and a lot of the Republicans got this money laundered back. And you can bet 100%, in my opinion, that the Biden crime family got a lot of this back also. You know, they know that they're not going to be prosecuted because they control the media, they control the courts, they control the federal law enforcement agencies. So they know they can pretty much do whatever they want. And that's why they do things now right in our face without even hesitating or actual worrying about it. Because, you know, look at Hillary Clinton. Look at Hunter Biden. Obvious. But no one does anything because they have the media, they have the courts, they have the federal law enforcement on their side. So, actually, they are above the law right now. And it looks like the way things are going and the way elections are being ran, that is going to be permanent. You know, the federal government is corrupt to the core. Corrupt. I mean, all the way deep down, dirty corrupt. I mean, they're as corrupt as a $20 truck stop hooker. It is amazing at the corruption at the federal level. And that's why we have so much debt. That's why the country is collapsing. That's why the economy is collapsing. That's why everything we see right now is going on because of the greed we have, the corruption we have, the corruption in the government, corruption in the media. It is horrifying, to be honest about it, guys, at how much of what it all is going on. And we knew this was going on here. This money laundering was going on. We talked about this before, like I said, on this channel, but the vast majority of people, the general public, will still be like, no, 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 or trying to deny the fact that it's actually happening. So share this article out with as many people as you can share this article out to. You can share this video if you want to, but definitely share this article out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that. It's greatly appreciate it. But guys, corruption, and it seems to be getting worse. And that's the way, if you look at empires before they collapsed, this always happens. Take, you know, the Roman Empire, for example. Corruption, perversion ran rapid as it was collapsing. And the closer it got to the state, to the end point of the collapse, the Roman Empire, the corruption, the perversion exploded even more. And that's what we're seeing here right now in the United States. The United States is a dying empire, and they're going the way of the Roman Empire. And these people here in government, these crooks in government, are raking in all they can as it crumbles. While you and I will be pushed down in the mud, into poverty, they're raking it in now, and they're expanding their wealth by buying gold, silver, precious metals, mines, homes, boats, cars, whatever, anything that holds value, they're spending that money as quick as they can, that currency as quick as they can, to build their own wealth up as everything is crashing. And you get the scraps and get pushed on down. And we see where we are now. But right now, we'll be looked at as the good old days a year from now, unfortunately. Anyways, guys, give the video a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. The Creekmore Matter, and I'll see you guys next video, hopefully.